Woza. Talking Sundowns, proudly brought to you by SoccerBeat. It's Petu Shege, Petu Coach Farouk. We're going to talk Sundowns losing 1-0 to Golden Arrows. What direction is Sundowns going, gentlemen? I'm seeing a team that's trying to find its identity. I'm seeing new signings being thrown in. One arrived yesterday, is being thrown in. Nuno Tsiki also just arrived, comes in difficult circumstances. The team is 1-0 down. Interesting times. The new signings go in there. Young striker. I love it. I love it with Sundowns lately. They've been criticized for many years about not playing youngsters or giving youngsters a chance. We've got Koza, Mabenas. Now, 18-year-old Bennett Ngwenya makes it into the team. Umjaka. Very interesting times, of course. Mutiba's impact we could also touch on. But yeah, I want us to go from the angle of what's the identity here? Where are they going? What type of Sundowns is being rebuilt? Because clearly there are many new players that need to come in into the team and make an impact. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Umjaka and Coach Farouk are looking forward to getting to 100K subscribers. And I'm looking forward to celebrating that. Hopefully, under better circumstances, Coach Farouk, we could be celebrating 100,000 instead of talking about a lose against an unexpected Golden Arrows. Umjaka, is it Mliti having our number? Did we get it wrong from the get-go? Can't you, Umjaka?
Yeah, Umjaka. Not a good day at the office, of course, for the Sundowns faithful, losing 1-0 to Golden Arrows. Yeah, who better to inflict pain on us than a coach who knows us very well? Coach who comes from Sundowns, Mangoba Mngqithi, inflicting pain to Sundowns, taking all 3 points today. And yeah, it was a tough day at the office, a lot of new players getting an opportunity to play, but unfortunately not under the right circumstances. You'd want your Nuno Santos to come on when we are winning, to acclimatize to conditions. Like you said, Umjaka just arrived yesterday and he was thrown straight into the deep end. And like Farouk Khan said, like Coach said earlier, didn't really give those goosebumps that you'd expect,
I need that, Umjaka. It looks like a gamble to me, Coach Farouk. Looks like a gamble. I'm not sure if these guys know where to take Sundowns. You know what I mean? Or where, because the Mukwenas and them have been there for a long time and they know they've been with the team and the team is going this way. And now you're throwing in guys, the bus is driving 120 kilometers and you're throwing guys in there saying, take the steering wheel. Because these are attackers. Nuno and Siki are attacking midfielders. And you're saying, no, you move from the steering wheel. Now you give these guys. And the bus is still moving at that pace.
Yeah, for me personally, I think we must firstly compliment Arrows. They came with a good game plan. They defended in a compact block. They understand, the coach, Manova, understands how Sundowns plays. So that gave him the upper hand in planning his tactical approach. I was a little bit concerned with Adams starting. We saw the young man that Martin the other day, and he did give an excellent account of himself. I would have liked him to have started. I was also a little bit surprised that Reyners, I don't know if he's injured or he's suspended, didn't start. And then you find a situation where Sundowns didn't play badly. I think they defended badly. You concede a corner against Devil City. It's like a photocopy, my brother. And then you defend the corner in the same way. I, as a coach, I think I'll be very disappointed in myself because you can't go zonally against teams that have an ability to punish you. And again, Dion is a dangerous player on set pieces. Why is it that he had so much time and space? You had 3 players around him. We had Ngwenya, we had Cupido, and, I think you had Sales as well. And he manages to outjump them. Okay, fine. Those things happen in football. We live with it. But now we see Sundowns on the ascendancy. They keep possession. They keep on probing. They have 68% possession, but only 1 shot on target. So it's a collection of tactical errors. And I mean, we can go on, but I think maybe you should put the next question so Shakes could have a chance and then maybe I'll touch base on the tactical approach when the subs were made by the technical team. I just want to highlight why I think those had.
No, go ahead, go ahead, coach. Because, be- yeah, go ahead and talk about the subs because some of those subs are subs that are unknown to South African audience and maybe to even the team. And some subs, of course, are guys who are returning, like the Mvalas,
Look, when
and
they took out Adams, I was glad. He didn't have a great half. He was knowing the game. And when I saw this guy Santos from Gimelech, now I had a boy, Sandile Pete. He played for Gimelech, one of my academy boys. So I know the pedigree of Gimelech. And I'm thinking now, wow, now we're going to see fireworks, But he was lukewarm, lightweight, made those passes. Okay, fine. Now the three subs come up, and I ask myself, okay, the first one was a forced sub because Cupido took a knock. So bring in Mvala. I'm fine with that. But now I see you take off Sales and you bring on Ngwenya, a nice young man. The battle is heated. It's not the ideal player to bring into that battle. You bring in a player with experience, a player that can give you that bit of experience because now your back is against the wall. You're playing against a team that's so brilliant on counter. You know how many counterattacks? And I want to just mention this boy Koza for me. Wow, what a player. 21 years old. He's a genius. He reads the game, the way he marks. I mean, this is what we want to see. It's not just about young players. It's about the quality of the young player. So let me get back to it. Now I see they bring on the big anima, Mutima. I'm saying, wow, okay, let me hope I'm not wrong this time. This gentleman is not agile. He's not mobile. All you're going to use him for is to hold the ball up. But even that, he wasn't able to do. So I think they got that one completely wrong. Shalu, Nile, even on his worst day, could have had a better effect. I mean, we know Shalu Lule. He's that player in the box who gets into areas where he can hurt opponents. So I think the coaches personally today got the substitutions wrong. It didn't affect the game. My former young player, Tsiki, came in. Sabelen, good player as well, but of course he's not yet ready to the dynamics of Sundowns. He hasn't played for a team like Sundowns. He's from America. He's played in America. Sundowns is a team with huge pedigree, with huge quality. So bring him in, or should I say, blood him in at the appropriate time. I just think the subs should have been better thought out. I think they were made out of a little bit haste and out of desperation. Wet conditions. And it didn't work out. On another day, if Mutiba scored, I wouldn't be even mentioning this, But I think Mvala had a bigger impact in the attacking third. He had 2 headers on goal. He set up 1 or 2 situations more than Mutiba did. So for me, I look at those things and I think those are the critical points that led to them losing all 3 points. No shame in it because they played against a very, very, I would say, competitive Arrows League. I must take my hat off. They denied space. They denied time on the ball. They counter-attacked well. So I think for my friend Manova, I am very, very proud of him today. I think he's proven that, local coaches do have the quality as well.
That's analysis that's worth paying for. And all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. There's no way you don't want to hear that again. Hit the subscribe button so that Coach Farouk can come back here and share that. That was, I mean, every young coach probably wants to hear that, Coach Farouk. It's probably a page out of a really, really technical analysis. Shage, big occasion. It's Pirates are here. Chiefs, of course, have sort of fallen apart, but you can see that it's gonna be a closer race this season. It's gonna be a closer race. Do you think Sundowns is prepared? Is prepared for that, Shaggy, or are they trusting the same old? We are Mercedes Benz. We start slow, but we always finish strong.
Yeah, no, Umjaka. For me, it looks like the race is going to be much more closer than the other seasons. For the past 8 seasons, Sundowns have dominated the Premiership, but yeah, you can see Orlando Pirates. They craft results in the last minutes. They got a goal yesterday. They're showing that they intent, of challenging for this Premiership. And as for Sundowns right now, it's not looking clear. We were happy last week with the performance. Today, it's back to square one again. Because you just never know who's gonna pitch up in that starting lineup. You never know who's gonna play on the day. The likes of your Reyners, I don't know whether he's injured or not in the team today. And you see Shalulile being given an opportunity, but looks like the coach doesn't really trust him. Very quick to make that sub and put on Motiba, and I don't think he got it right today, because Motiba, like Coach Farouk had said, very, very static, not agile there on the box, and I think he's a player that Sundowns will need to change the style of play for, in order to suit him, because he's more of a person who holds the ball and more aerial power, and it doesn't really suit Sundowns' style of play. And yeah, today I just have to take my hat off also for the coach, Coach Mangoba Mniti. Shows that he's a good coach. Shows that he's a quality coach, and he's been at Sundowns. He knows Sundowns, and yeah, could have been worse today if it wasn't for Williams' saves, there at the end. And yeah, Sundowns didn't really create clear goal scoring opportunities, so definitely didn't deserve to win today's game. I think Arrows 100% credit for today's win.
Should anybody be concerned or worried in the team, Coach Farouk, with the new signings, with what you saw here today? Should anybody be worried that they're going to lose their place to any of these guys? Or are any of those guys going to take a starting 11 spot anytime soon? And whose place? Or who do you think will make it? Or, give me a summary of all, Coach Farouk. And who do you think they're replacing in the team?
Well, on this performance, it would be unfair to predict the likes of Tsiki as well as Santos, who I think were the two subs that showed a little bit more than Mutiba and Ngwenya. I mean, Ngwenya is a young player. I think we need to be patient with the youngsters and bring them in at the right time. But I think none of these players can feel bad about their performance. Starting with the keeper, he made some phenomenal saves. I mean, Williams was phenomenal. At 33 years old,
yeah,
he was brilliant. I mean, the score as Sheikh said, 2-4, with the saves he's made. And as for Cupido, I mean, to defend one-on-one at the back is not easy without cover. And they dealt with it effectively, because when Sundowns was pushing up those numbers, they were always going to be exposed to the counter-attack. And it was fantastic to see how these two gentlemen, Koza as well as Cupido, dealt with those counter-attacks. As for Allende, we know this young man's talent. And as for General Ngwenya, he's a general to me. He makes things happen in this team. When he plays, the team plays well. So I don't think anybody's going to take him or Allende's position anytime soon. So I just spoken about the two central defenders, the two, I would say, pivots, as well as Mudau and Mutiba. They are very good. Mutiba, they are very good players. I don't think anybody can put their hand up now. Those ones are going to be regulars in this team if sanity prevails. You don't change something that's not broken. You don't try to fix it when it's not broken. What you do is you put your best foot forward, and if there's a need, then you change. There was no need. And then obviously for Misales as well, not on his full best today, he wasn't as sharp as we know him to be. I think conditions underfoot also affected some of the play. When it comes to technical players, when the ball is slippery, it can affect them, because they have to, their first touch is sometimes compromised, their passing is compromised. So we give them the benefit of the doubt. Matthews also not as effective, but a player with huge, huge potential. And then obviously when you bring back our man Reyners, I think this team is definitely still a team that will compete for that league title. I think it's just a small little bump in the road. I think the technical team have to just go back to the drawing board and say, listen guys, experimentation is over now. We're not going to come with experiments. We put the players in, and when they stop performing, or when they get injured, or when they drop form, then we make the change. So I think if I'm a technical person in this group of people, this is my advice to them, guys. Let us build on a good performance, which was Durban City. Let us fix the problem we had, which was that corner kick. Let's focus on that. And other than that, we don't need to find ourselves in the situation where we did today, where we were exposed at the back, simply because we were chasing the game. I think if we look at Durban City, Sundowns went behind. They were able to quickly come back in the game and score the equalizer, which took off the pressure. Now they could play that game that they did, where they didn't have to push Udiba, Udao, and the rest of the guys too high, and only leave Koza and Cupido. They had to do it. It was high risk. It could have backfired, could have been 4 or 5, but again, it would be the other way. But I think, again, I want to just mention one thing, that if Shalulile stayed on the field, I do think at least a draw would have been possible. When Mutiba came in, he just took away that rhythm. He just wasn't effective. They basically had nobody up front who could threaten Arrow's defense. And I think when they made it sub, Manova was happy. I think he realized, okay, we're going to deal with this big guy much easier than a mobile player like Shalu.
Real quick, Umjaka, before we close it, man. Surely something that put a smile on your face. Bernard Ngwenya, 18 years old, getting into the problematic striking positions, Umjaka, is going to compete against the likes of Shalulile and Mutiba. But surely something that puts a smile on your face, seeing another young starlet coming out of Sundowns. Real quick, Umjaka.
Yeah, definitely good to see. Sundowns doesn't normally bring in these youngsters, but we've seen lately, Coach Farouk has spoken about Koza, definitely one for the future, one for the national team. I'm sure Hugo Bros is looking at him and thinking together with TLB there, there'll be a great partnership there at the back. So yeah, I'm happy with the youngsters coming through at Sundowns, and definitely Ngwenya, one of them as well. Just unfortunate that he comes in today's game. We are under pressure. We're chasing the game. It's not the same as coming in when the team is leading 3-0 and you come in and you get that nice touch. So yeah, very difficult to judge the boys that came on today, the likes of your Nuno Santos, because they came on in a game where we were chasing the game, and leaving gaps at the back, and arrows was coming at us, So yeah, but I'm very happy the youngsters are getting that opportunity. But yeah, just like to see more consistency in that starting lineup, more consistency in how we play, and less experimentation now, because we're chasing that 9th league title, and it seems like it's not going to be easy this season. We'll just have to adjust to the type of season that we're having. But I still believe that, we're a big team, and we'll definitely be chasing for that 9th league title.
Rockers, gents, thank you very much, Coach Farouk. Shakes Ngwenya. This was Talking Sundowns. My name is Umjaka. Proudly brought to you by SoccerBeat. Let the beat do the talking. SoccerBeat,